What's your take on when they're gonna maybe finish prediction? It looks like finish everything completely.
Yeah, I know that they were saying it was going to be done by.
Okay, guys, super excited to talk all about the Groves Whittier. You guys have seen this if you've driven by it, or if you just have heard a bit about it. It's been under constant construction and it is almost coming to a completion. Rick Gonzalez is going to go ahead and talk all about this today. Everything from the history to the places to live there currently. Rick, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure. Thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Rick Gonzalez. I am a realtor here in the city of Whittier, California. I have been here as a realtor for the past 8 years and excited to provide some service and information about the Groves.
Yeah, and you are a local, by the way.
I am a local agent. If you guys are interested on coming through and drive around and get some more information, we can always meet here in the city of Whittier.
Yeah, I love that because I'm a local in Whittier, so I'm super stoked to talk about this. This is, Whittier pride over here. We love Whittier. Such a good city. But let's dive into the history. Tell us about the history of this, Rick. Because this has been such a long project for Whittier.
Yeah, so originally Fred Nels, it was a youth correctional facility, closed down in 2004 and was purchased in 2011 for $42.5 million to be exact, to start building just a new space. Now, keep in mind, it's 74 acres big, so it's a huge piece of space, right? It's a huge land that was just wasted. So now they've decided to create this new area for housing and also some retail.
Yeah. So you said in 2011, so 42.5 million, it was sold, and then the city in 2015, they're like, everything is good. Tell us about the Whittier Conservancy. They filed a lawsuit.
Yeah, there is some old buildings there. Actually, the whole complex, the whole area was full of all of these different old constructions built in the late 1800s, 1890s. Because Whittier has a lot of history and there's a lot of old buildings in the city of Whittier, the Whittier Conservatory Company, they wanted to make sure that as many buildings were going to stay up. In fact, I think they wanted to move them somewhere else. But then since they're so old, obviously, as soon as you start, moving around, they fall apart. So there was this massive lawsuit to keep some of the buildings, not tear down all of them. They wanted to keep as many as they could, but I think they settled finally for 4 of the bigger buildings to stay up.
Yeah, and I'm glad they saved something, but you can't save it all. Especially if it's crumbling and stuff. It looks like they've been using, and we're gonna just show it a time lapse of this, of the history of this. It looks like the place is pretty run down. I was looking at it, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was a correctional facility, right? So it's not like it's not like you're going into a 5-star hotel. So it was pretty run down. But the good thing is that they are going to rehab those buildings to the area. Everything's going to be new. You don't want these old shacks falling apart. So yeah, they were pretty run down. They need quite a bit of rehabbing, but that's the whole point, is to keep these older buildings, to keep that old architecture still alive, which you don't really see much. Now, after the lawsuit happened, they finally reached an agreement in 2018, which took a while for them to move along. Now that it was already approved in 2018, that's when they decided to say, okay, now we know what we're going to do. We know what buildings we're going to keep. It's time for construction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now, a lot of the places are getting sold and people are buying them. And I don't know if you remember, there used to be the sign, it said houses in the 4s, 5s, and 6s. and they took the sign down because the houses are just flying off the shelves.
They are flying off the shelf. So it is, there's a lot of things happening in that pocket of Whittier as well. Something that a lot of people don't know as well. There is going to be a new metro line going close to that. Not necessarily in the same section, but it's going to be close to that. So as soon as people heard, hey, there's going to be a new metro line, these new buildings are coming up, and since there's going to be shopping and housing, they started selling quite fast. Now they go by tiers, right? So they go by phases. Every time a phase goes out, all right, now that pricing gets eliminated. Now we have to move up on pricing. So the best thing to do is jump in as quickly as possible when the new construction happens to get into that new phasing or the earlier phasing, because once that's off, the next one's going to be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we'll cover that at the end for you guys who are watching and anticipating that. But in the meantime, let's talk about the retail. So this is super exciting. We can all give a hurrah for Whittier for this. Dive into the retail for us.
Sure. So in that whole zoning, there's going to be a lot of eatery as well. So we're going to have an In-N-Out, a Raising Cane's. There's going to be a Stater Brothers in there as well, and a lot of other things or nightlife stuff. You have possibly a theater and some other items in there as well as smaller shopping centers.
That's so cool. Yeah. Okay. Yes. We are all excited for In-N-Out, Raising Cane's here in the area, because there's In-N-Outs all around us, but then there's just not one in the Whittier for some reason. So us locals, we're pretty excited. And Raising Cane's. And then, okay, you mentioned there's gonna be a theater. Like, I haven't heard that before.
So there's been a lot of information out there. Now, you might hear some things and then it goes away. So I think they're still trying to figure out how they're going to use all of that space. But last time I heard that there was going to be a theater, possibly a bowling alley, some restaurants besides the fast food. So it's going to be a good nightlife kind of area there as well. Definitely a center point for a lot of the locals to go to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then honestly, just like down the street, if you ever are local, you see all the taco or the food trucks, they're literally a stone's throw away from there. Okay, if you guys have heard other rumors, please put it in the comments. If you've heard that there's gonna be a theater or not, yeah, let us know in the comments and we can hash it out and stuff. For these retail, okay, we have this giant In-N-Out and Raising Cane's, like they cause a lot of traffic and stuff. So hopefully they've accounted for that.
They better be prepared, because both of those companies, both of those restaurants create a lot of traffic, so they better have this pathway for these restaurants, because man, they can cause some stuff out there on the street.
Yeah, and you can, like, have you driven by like where the In-N-Out is possibly going to be?
Absolutely. So now that there's buildings already getting built, you can see where the In-N-Out is going to be. It's off of Sorensen and Whittier Boulevard in that corner. You can see that building. You know it's In-N-Out because it has that In-N-Out look to it as well.
Yeah. It's exciting. That's so cool. Let's dive into, the places to live in the Groves. So we went through the history, some of the retail, and some of the places to live there. Yeah, guide us through that.
Sure. So there is going to be two different companies coming in and building these models. So you have Lennars and then you have Brookfield as well. So both of these companies have townhomes, and they're going to have single family. The townhomes are 2-story, right? So you go through the bottom, you have a second story, different sizes, but they're all going to be very, very up to date when it comes to technology. They're going to have a lot of tech stuff already built into it. So solar panels and tankless water heaters and the Bluetooth thermostats, and so pretty advanced complex. So it's going to be, and they look really nice, open concept and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like some almost like luxury style living. Yeah, it's I'm sure that's kind of how it's branded and stuff. It looks really nice. The photos as you guys looking at those as we show them on the screen.
Absolutely. Now the second side of it is going to be the single family. So if you need something 4 bedrooms with a lot of space, those single family homes are awesome. They're beautiful. They're new, open concept. They have their own little backyard, a 2-car garage, attached 2-car garage. So it's a beautiful complex.
Yeah, it looks like a nice place to live, which is suiting for some people. Like for some people it might not be the best fit maybe for them and stuff, because these are smaller places, but they're smaller, but they seem like a good size though.
Yeah, so the average size, I think the smallest size are like around 830 square feet, which is a good size for a condo or a townhome. The single family homes are a little bit bigger. I think they're pushing close to the 1900 square feet. I think they're going from 17 to 22, I think, give or take. But yeah, they're good size townhomes slash single family homes. The beauty of it is that you are going to have, there's going to be HOA, right? So there's going to be a lot of common areas. I believe there's going to be a pool that everybody can go to, as well as this huge garden that a lot of the people are going to have access to. It's going to be a garden that you can walk around with your pet or yourself and just hang out and just walk around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the pool looks amazing, which is an outdoor pool, which is nice here in Southern California. We can do that.
Absolutely. Much needed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely. And stuff. So we have these a couple different styles and stuff, and I'm sure you can help us to get a tour and to see all that good stuff.
Yeah, of course. Now, if you're interested in taking a look at these complexes, you can definitely go to my website and request a time and a date to go in there, or you can give me a call or a text. I'm always available whenever you guys are, and I'm here to help you guys move forward into one of these complexes.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, we'll have to meet up there one of these days at the In-N-Out, and we can get a burger.
Absolutely, for sure. Get a double.
Let's go. Oh, I'm excited. So yeah, overall the Groves is going to be just a little shining light in Whittier, and it already is. Even though the stuff's like under construction, what's your take on when they're going to maybe finish, prediction? It looks like finish everything completely.
So I noticed that in this past couple of months, now that COVID got a little bit more lenient, they really ramped up a lot of the construction. So I did notice a lot of the construction is getting built fairly rapidly. So I'm hoping to see something finalized by the end of the year, I would say. I know that they were saying it was going to be done by this summer. I know there was a lot of stuff that got in the way, but I think by the end of the year, we should be seeing clarity on it being finished.
Okay, cool. End of the year. All right, that's cool. Yeah, those places are going fast. So yeah, if you guys need any help with looking at those or someone to represent you, Rick is your guy. Nice, good guy, local. So give him a call and text whatever, lightning bolt, however you want to reach him. So thank you so much, Rick, for sharing all this information with us.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Perfect.